Hey everybody, thank you very much for joining me. So I was just gonna do the one video from my poll, sort of the one that got the most votes, but I actually got pulled to do the one for messages from your spirit guides. I can't explain it. I think my spirit guides were telling me that something had to come forward. It was just kind of nagging at me. It was like I had to do it. So we are actually gonna do that one as well. We're gonna allow your spirit guides to come forward for this read. Well, just open it right up and we're going to see what comes forward. We'll see what messages had to, oh, interesting, communication. Okay, I'm going to tell you right away, this just represents your spirit guides coming forward. I feel like guardian angel within this. I do feel like we're probably going to be delivering a message from somebody who's passed. Let's see, parenting, perseverance. I do feel like somebody is going through a time where they're struggling with something. They're struggling, I don't know if this is with overwork or struggling with somebody else who's indulging in some way, shape, or form. Because I feel this sense of like I said, with this parenting card, it's like looking after someone. And like it feels like it's been going on for a long time. I'm going to grab a few more. And rebirth. I also feel a change within this. I don't know if this is still going on or if this is something you've had to step away from and had to do some healing from, because I do feel in a rebirth like a change, some sort of a change here. And I feel like it is directed at you and something that you've had to do. You might have even had to cut ties with somebody until they got their shit together, like sort of like handing it back to them, handing the responsibility back. This might be someone who you've been looking after, somebody who you've been trying to help them sort of, I don't know if it would be kick a habit or get themselves together, get steady, get back on their feet. And it's like as long as you were there to catch them, they never really made the effort to do it. I feel like a stepping back, almost like a tough love, is sort of forced somebody to step up. I'm going to grab a few more here. Abundance. So whatever this is, it has changed the dynamic of things. I do feel like this person being forced to take responsibility for themselves was like the best thing that could have happened. So I do feel like this person is starting to gain some sort of perspective on what they're going through, on why they make the choices that they make. And it's like having to answer for it, having to answer for the consequences, because nobody else is there to sort of, I don't want to say wipe their ass, but to like really fix it, right? There's no fixer anymore, because that's what you had to be for quite a while, teaching and learning. I feel like you tried to teach them to step up. Like you tried to teach them, but this was the only way. They had to like do it for themselves. They had to learn it for themselves. They had to learn it the hard way. Nature. I'm going to grab a few more here. Compassion and health. This person had to get healthy. There was something here that they were doing, and this might have been a lot of drinking, this might have been some sort of drugs. Whatever they were doing, it was to excess. It was affecting their health. And then you having to constantly look after them was actually starting to affect your health as well. But you being able to step away, I feel like you found some healing. You've been able to start finding balance and some stability in your life by not having sort of like that crazy toxic energy around. It's also forced them, like I said, to be responsible for their own self and to face their own consequences. And within that is like their own change. They've been able to find change for themselves. We're going to grab two more. Tarot, can you give me two more? Personal growth. This person's growing up. Whoever this is that you're dealing with, I feel like your choice to step away from it and your choice to back off and to start looking after yourself was the right one. I pulled back to that communications card. There have been times where you felt like, am I doing the right thing? You've been almost compelled to step back into this the way that you did before, because your compassion sort of guides you, your heart guides you, and you do have a deep connection to whoever's going through this, and you do want to help them, right, with this teaching and learning. And that's why you did it for so long, like trying to help them heal. And you've been wondering, am I doing the right thing by stepping back? Now I feel like this is why the message is coming forward. It's like to reiterate that you're doing the right thing. Whoever you've lost, whoever your guardian angel is, who is become your spirit guide, needs to tell you that. It's like they really want you to keep with what you're doing, because it's the best thing you could possibly do to actually help this other person. So have faith that you're doing the right thing, and to keep your resolve. Yeah, I do feel like your kindness, your compassion, you're wanting to help others. It's not a bad thing, but I do feel like sometimes you take on other people's burdens. And this is where the health comes in too. And it gives you anxiety, like you're taking that on. You might even be a bit of an empath too, and sort of taking on other people's emotions without even realizing it. But you definitely take on the burdens of what they're going through, and like you feel it deep too. And you're always wanting to help. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help, wanting to nurture, wanting to help others grow. It's just when it comes at the cost of you, that's something you need to consider. And that's exactly what this situation was about. And I do feel like this stepping back, this sort of helping this person to feel their own consequences was just what they needed. Like being able to break ties with this and separate yourself from it has given you a certain level of peace of mind of not living within the toxicity. And I feel this achievement card, the Six of Wands, this isn't, I tell you, it's only kind of speaking to the now, but this card belongs more in your future. And this is as you see this person grow and as you see the results of what you've done, that's where you're going to feel it more. That's where you're going to be like, okay, I did the right thing. I did the right thing in stepping back. Like Spirit is telling you, you're doing the right thing. But I feel like for you to 100% know that and feel peace on the inside is when you're going to see those results for yourself. Inner voice. And your inner voice is still telling you that you're doing the right thing. Your inner voice is still telling you to keep on the path that you're on. I just feel like it's conflicted with your heart too, because you are so compassionate, because you care for this person. This person, their cycle of sort of self-destruction that they were going through, it brought so much chaos into your life. And I feel like you're not the only one. Whoever they would be with or be living with, they would bring that chaos with them. Because this is sort of that cycle, and it'll suck people in around them. So it was like you needed to step back for yourself, but also this person needed to sort of be left on their own to fend for themselves. This is where they sort of like answer for the consequences. And it's how they're going to gain these skills to be able to look after themselves in life. Education. This is waiting for this person in their future. This is part of this person's path. It's sort of like, it's like getting educated. It's like, that's what it is. Shadow work. Shadow work are the words I'm being told. This person's being forced to do their own shadow work. And that's how they're going to start moving forward, being able to see why they do what they do, why they've been living this cycle of chaos for so long. This is part of the skills that they need to be able to be successful in life, in lots of different areas of their life. It's time to break the cycle of the past. And part of that for this person is looking into the past, is facing the past, is shining a light on the past. They need to do some healing from it. It's the only way they're going to break this cycle so that they can start fresh. I also feel like you're going to be waiting for them there at the end, when all of this sort of this healing is done and this person is ready to start fresh and move forward, finds whether this is like sobriety or a new type of life, and sort of moving away from whatever unhealthy habits they were. I feel like you'll be waiting on the other side to support them. I also feel like they currently have some sort of support. who is helping them to heal and dig into the past and deal with their emotions. Cups is representative of emotions. This might be a counselor of some sort that is helping them to sort of dig into this. Five of Pentacles, insecurity. I feel fear in that Five of Pentacles. And I feel like it's, I do feel like it gets pulled back to you in like fear of, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? And sort of bringing this to an end and forcing this person to sort of look at what they're doing, pushing them into a crossroads situation. You know, Queen of Wands. She's somebody who has a lot of strength of character. I do feel like this is you, like you're always wanting to help. You're always wanting to do for others. Because that is one of the traits that go with that Queen of Wands. She is always trying to do for others. She's always trying to help. And I feel like this is just part of who you are. It's just part of what you value. And this, see, and it's like your empathy, which is not a bad thing, but your empathy for this person, trying to help them, trying to care for them, trying to comfort them during this time, it actually made it comfortable for them to keep doing what they were doing. It's like it almost became a distraction so that they couldn't do their shadow work. They couldn't focus on their shadow work. Shit had to be uncomfortable for this person. You did the absolutely right thing in forcing them to be uncomfortable and to look at their own shadow work and to take responsibility for the consequences of their actions. Grief. I do feel like you grieve the connection, the loss of this connection, because I don't feel like you guys are talking. I feel things are separate, but they have to be separate while this person makes progress. This person is like, they have to get to a certain point before the two of you can kind of come back together and reforge a relationship. And it's going to have to be a new one too. I don't feel like it can go back to sort of like the dynamic that it was, because I do feel like that's going to bring back some sort of drama into your life. There's like a sort of need to start fresh. I feel like this need to start fresh, this need to start new. Balance. So even though it breaks your heart to sort of separate from this person, remember about the Three of Swords. It represents separation with the chance of reconciliation. So I don't feel like two completely separate paths that will forever be that way. I feel like this is how it needs to be now. You're doing the right thing and maintaining your distance and allowing this person to do what they need to do to get their shit together. You're absolutely doing the right thing. Do not allow your faith to waver on that. You're completely in the right in doing that, and letting them sort of look after themselves and heal yourselves, and make sure you're taking time to find balance within yourself too. Because once that's complete, then there can be this coming back together. Then there can be a redefining of dynamics. And then we can find growth together. But first it has to be growth separately. That's the way it needs to be. It's like setting that solid foundation so that you guys can have an abundant relationship, and whatever dynamic that is, whether this person is a lover or a family member or a friend, it's like that part needs to change first so that we can come back together and start fresh and build something new. I'm going to grab, I get pulled to my animal totem deck now. So I feel like one of these cards needs to come forward in this read as a message from your spirit guides, from whoever this is who's passed over. Eagle. Mastery. This person needs to take this time to master shit for themselves. That's part of their journey. That's something that you can't do for them. But during this time, this is a chance for you to find mastery as well. This is a chance for you to heal your heart and heal your emotions and find a way to sort of release that past and plan to start new. I get pulled back to planning with that Two of Wands, and sort of like, what is this new dynamic going to look like when this person is healed and I'm ready to welcome them back into my life and they're ready to welcome me back and we can have a healthy dynamic? What do I want that to look like? I feel like now is the time to start looking at that. Now is the time to sort of gain a higher perspective on what you want this future to look like with this person. I do feel like I have to pull more of these animal totem cards. We had one pop out the back, and this one didn't want to sit properly in the front. Okay, so we're going to start with Loon, because that's the one that calls to me first. And this one is this communication. This one is your spirit guide. I feel like you might already be getting messages from just random signs that you're seeing, maybe like feathers, birds, like double numbers or repeating numbers, but also dreams. I'm getting told dreams. If they haven't come to you in your dreams yet, they will. This is to support you and to tell you that you are doing the right thing. Lizard, this is your time of regeneration. It's the other person's time of regeneration. It's, like I said, it's a journey that each of you have to take separately before you can come back together and do it as a pair and do it as whatever you are, whether this is romantic or whether this is family or friendship, because your bond is not severed forever. This is just a time out for each of you to do whatever healing and mastery that you need to do before you can come back together and actually have the true abundance and the true connection that you would like to have. I feel this, use this time wisely for yourself. Trust that this person is going to do what they need to do and they're going to walk their path in the way that they need to walk it, and to be able to focus on yourself and trust in the choices that you're making. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. I hope that message made it to exactly where it needed to go. If you did like it, please hit that like, that subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. Have a great day, everyone.